Ever had that villain that always hides in the shadows? A character that you swear committed horrible crimes in the story? A character that doesn't seem to have a motive? In today's video essay, we're delving into the origins of this villain, his horror at the beginning, his downfall as a character, an antagonist that has similar motives, how this evildoer might already be improving, and how to fix problems in the near future. This is the quest to make Afton scary again. This, my friend, is William Afton, the main antagonist of the Five Nights at Freddy's series. William Afton, given the name of the books, is a killer throughout the games, responsible for murdering and stuffing the children inside the mascot suits. The first thing that we know about him is in FNAF 1 when the posters change to an article. An article about a man luring two children into the back room on June 26th, getting their trust by wearing a mascot costume. He was soon caught the following morning. We see another article that presumably the same man lured 5 new children into the back room wearing another, if not the same, mascot costume. He was caught again and charged for his crimes. However, the children's bodies were never found. His most notable appearance, though, is as Springtrap, a green moldy bunny suit with a zombified look to it. This was because after destroying the animatronics, the souls of his victims came back and haunted him. He was pushed into wearing his spring-locked suit as a protection, as it was most likely the same suit he wore to lure the children. Though, because of the leaking and sudden movements, he was crushed inside as the animatronic parts moved into his flesh, seemingly killing him. Some of these events will be built upon with more lore. For example, the Fun Times. These animatronics were made specifically to help with William Afton's scientific research and to most likely study Remnant. But we'll get into that later, as we instead delve into his unsettling nature. William Afton now appears in FNAF 2 in the form of death minigames. One of them starts with you playing as Freddy Fazbear being led by the puppet throughout the restaurant as the creepy robotic voice repeats the words, As you continue throughout this minigame, you can see multiple animatronic husks, pools of blood, and dead children. As of now, we believe these children to be another group of kids that Afton murdered. Rarely, when playing this minigame, you will see Afton speeding towards the player as the text in the left corner is saying, "You can't," implying that there is no chance stopping him in his crimes. The second game I want to talk about is the Foxy Go 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 minigame. We see Foxy leave a curtain with words above it saying, "Get ready," and a couple seconds later changes to Go Go Go, with Foxy sprinting and going towards a room filled with smiling children. There is then confetti bursting as a reward with the words "Hooray" appearing at the top, playing out the same way the second time. The third time, however, as we go, we see William in the left bottom corner, presumably smiling. When you run into the next room, there is another set of dead kids, with Withered Foxy's jump scare ending the minigame. Now, you might be asking, why am I mentioning these? Well, the answer is that our killer never really has a reason to commit these crimes. He didn't have this whole overarching story to set up his motives. He didn't have a list of people that wronged him that he wanted to get revenge on. But as we go deeper into the series, we will find out that this killer did have a reason, taking away the original fear he once had. Have you seen the Halloween movies? The first one showed Michael as a twisted monster who seemingly kills for no reason. As the movies went on though, they couldn't help but live up to the original. Not only were most of the movies weren't good, but they also ruined the character of Michael, giving him a reason to commit these horrible acts. For example, in the second installment of the film franchise, Michael specifically targets Laurie's show because she was his adopted sister. Another example is in Rob Zombie's version of the character, which gave the reason that Michael Myers' kills was because he was bullied, along with many other factors. Many horror fans felt this downgraded the character, as it seemed to take away the original creepiness factor. Now, this won't be a problem if that wasn't the character's original motive from the start, but since it wasn't established, it felt rushed or squashed in there at the last second. Less is more is a simple quote by Robert Browning describing that simplicity is better for something rather than adding on to it. Many people, sometimes myself, also use this quote for various types of fiction in the real world, describing movies, TV shows, books, and in our case, games. This statement is actually built upon in Scream, where Billy, the killer of the film, explains that it's scarier when the main antagonist doesn't have a motive, as other similar tropes are also expressed in the film. Now, how does this all tie in with William Afton? Well, this all has to do with Afton's villainous downfall of a character. In the fourth closet, we found out that his goal was to be immortal, and he melted down the original animatronics into this big, heap monster of metal. This means throughout the books, and maybe even the games, that his reason for killing the children in the first place was for accomplishing the quest for immortality. After reading this book, I believe many older FNAF fans felt this took away from Afton rather than benefiting the character. I myself, for a while, felt the same way, because I think it makes Afton a cooler villain rather than a scary one. Now you're asking, is there anything to help this character? Maybe like an example of another villain of what to be. This leads me to the third part of my essay.